Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to chat a little bit about the new Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick shades. They released 10 new colors. Also a new formula. The formula is supposed to be longer wearing. It has a 24-hour claim to it. But I also had requests to do a similar video where I talked about all of my favorite Laura Mercier color combinations, eye looks. I got that same request, but to do the Bobbi Brown version. So I do have the majority of the Longwear Cream Shadow Stick colors. And so what I did was I just paired up my favorite combinations, and I'm going to show you those in swatches today. A little bit different from the Laura Mercier video. That one I did actual eye looks, and it took me probably on that video, it took me over 2.5 weeks to film that. When I say that I have been sick since Memorial Day, I'm not joking. You can probably still hear it in my voice right now. So I thought it would be a similar but also more time appropriate way to show you some of these color combinations together. Okay, so like I said, 10 new shades in this lineup. And I was thrilled to see that these are all metallic or chrome finishes, because that's where I feel like the Longwear Cream Shadow Stick line has really lacked. They excel in the matte colors, but have kind of like, I've been left wanting more in the shimmer arena with the Bobbi Brown Cream Shadow Sticks, whereas Laura Mercier is opposite. I feel like there could definitely be more matte shades in that lineup, but the high intensity chrome shimmer colors are perfection. So within this lineup, you're gonna see that every single one of the colors has some type of chrome or high shine finish. There are a few that I would consider to be more of like a satin, but most of them do have this really gorgeous, just ultra metallic look. Now I want to briefly run over the 24-hour claim. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not tried to wear these for 24 hours. I don't know who is trying to wear a cream eyeshadow for 24 hours, but I will say I have noticed a significant difference in this new formula and the longevity. And what I've always said with both Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown cream shadows is that it really just depends on the color. Some of the colors have a phenomenal wear time, and some of them don't have as long of a wear time, and some of them have a really bad issue with creasing. I think ultimately it comes down to which color you're using, and I don't know why that is, but that's just what I've found. Now with this new lineup, I have noticed that it is harder to remove the swatches on my hand than it is the older formula. So I think that by itself shows that the longevity or the formula has improved. But even on my eyes with like the high shine shimmer shades especially, I've noticed that I've experienced a lot less creasing, if any at all. Most of the shades have held up really well. So I'm going to put the shades on the screen, and I'm going to name some of my favorites from the lineup. The first is Forest. Gorgeous green ivy. This is one that I would consider to be more of a satin. It doesn't really have a ton of shimmer to it, so perfect for using as a definer color. It is such a beautiful green tone. There is not a shade like this in the previous Bobbi Brown lineup. No surprise here, Forest is a favorite. It is just a beautiful, luscious green. Mica is a gorgeous shade that I think a lot of people will gravitate towards. It's very reminiscent of Intense Moonlight from Laura Mercier, if you are familiar with that color. It's kind of like a pewter, silver, little bit of a gray taupe undertone to it. It's just kind of like a beautiful universal color that a lot of people will love. Smoky Topaz is a little bit of a darker version of Mica. I swear they're like the same color. They just added a little bit more gray and a little bit of a deeper color to Smoky Topaz. But like I said, gray taupe, just think a little bit darker than Mica. I wore it for family photos a few weeks ago, and well, I've not gotten them back, but I'm hoping they turn out looking good. If you are into cool tone shimmers, that one's definitely going to be probably at the top of your list. Mulberry. It has surprisingly been a favorite of mine. I've used it a lot, and when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I might use that one every now and then, but I have used it a lot. It's almost like Cocoa from Laura Mercier, but with a purple undertone to it. Definitely has more of like this maroon eggplant undertone. And from far away, it's probably just gonna look like a brown. But when you get close up, it really complements purples. If you're wearing any type of purple, I paired it with Dusty Mauve from Bobbi Brown in a combination you're gonna see, and I love the way that looks. So if you like stuff that has a maroon, eggplant, falls into more of the purple category, then you will enjoy Mulberry. Peach Mimosa is one that I think a lot of people should keep an eye out for. It is a very unique peach toned shimmer. Gorgeous for the summertime. I haven't had the opportunity to play around with it as much as I want to, but I'm planning on doing a full eye look with it over on TikTok just for like a fun summer eye look. It is really high shine, beautiful, exactly what the name says, Peach Mimosa. It's a great description. It has this subtle peach orange undertone to it with some gold and silver reflex in it. I think it's a really fun and unique color. So this isn't necessarily a favorite personally for mine, but it is a color that I wanted to shout out because I think a lot of people who are into pinks will run for this color, and it's the Sunrise Pink shade. You'll notice that I didn't really do any combinations with it because it just, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look good on me. But I think if you have a lighter hair than I do, possibly even a little bit of a lighter complexion, it could definitely make your eyes pop. So it is a metallic, like mid-tone Barbie pink. That's like the best way I can describe it. So if you know you're into pinks, definitely a fun shade. Okay, let's talk about some of my favorite color combinations. Now you're gonna see me looking at my phone a lot because I had to write down each combination in order so I could get them on screen in the right order for you, and so they all correspond. So I might be looking down a little bit, but it's just so I get all of the names right and in the right order. So I'm gonna start out with just a combination of the nude, the shimmers, the mattes together, and then I did a completely matte category for those of you who are just into matte colors. So for my first lineup, or my first color combination or trio, I've got Peach Mimosa, Cinnamon, and Sand Dune. So this is going to be a very warm, rich eye look. The Peach Mimosa really complements that warm cinnamon tone. And then you're going to use Sand Dune as a nice transitional color. When I work with cream shadows, I try to stick to 2 to 3 colors. Otherwise, it can kind of just, everything can get lost in translation. So I think 3 shades is the perfect amount. But yeah, if you're into that Peach Mimosa shade, Cinnamon and Sand Dune, I think pair lovely with it. So next up we have a Taupe Lover's Dream. I love this combination, cool tone taupes. This is gonna be right up your alley. So we have Smoky Topaz, Stone, and Bark. So Stone is like one of my favorites from the original lineup. It is the perfect like cool tone gray. That's going to be your transitional color. Smoky Topaz all over the lid, and then finish up with Bark as like your definer or liner shade. And yeah, it's literally just a cool toned lover's dream. So next lineup, I'm using the Beloved Forest shade, which is from the new lineup. So I've got it paired with Moonstone or Mica. Either one of those would be really beautiful with the forest tone. And then also taupe as a transitional color. So you're going to use Moonstone or Mica as your main like pop on the lid, your taupe as your transition, and then forest as your definer color. And forest could honestly go with any of the like lighter tone shimmers. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous like rich tone, and it's going to complement any tone that's lighter than it. And I feel like it runs on the neutral side. It's not like a really warm olive or golden green, but it's also not a cool tone green in like the mint category. So yeah, it could be paired with a lot of things, but those are the shades that I've been wearing it with and that I think would be kind of universal. So the next one is just a duo, and again, these are two of my favorite shades from the original lineup. This is going to be great for those of you who don't want a high shine shimmer. It's only two colors. One is matte and one is just more of a satin. And I've paired Shore and Heather Still together. And then I've kind of put in like an addition, if you want to deepen the look up, you can add Bark to it, which is a matte, deep, cool toned brown. It's cool to neutral. Like, it's definitely not a warm tone like cinnamon or espresso. So I think it will pair nicely with Shore and Heather Still. Shore is a beautiful, like, creamy mushroom tone. I love it. I love wearing Shore by itself. But with Heather Still, it's just like this beautiful, creamy, neutral meets cool combo. And you can deepen it up with the shade Bark. So we've been talking about some cooler tones. That's generally how I will lean, more neutral to cool with my shadows. But I know there are some of you out there who really like super warm tones, or it just complements your skin tone better. So this one is going to be for you. I've got Cashew, Golden Amber, and Espresso paired together. This is going to be like every luscious golden lover's dream. Like, if you gravitate towards golds and really warm tones, you will thoroughly enjoy this. I'm actually wearing Cashew on my eyes right now with, I think I used Espresso. I think I used Cashew and Espresso today, just because I was filming TikToks earlier and I wanted something super neutral, but you can see Cashew really warms up my eyelid. So you heard me talking about Mulberry earlier and how I found this trio that I think is absolutely stunning. I actually did a TikTok video where I dedicated using these three colors because I love them so much. So I've got Mulberry with Nude Beige and Dusty Mauve. Nude Beige was it was either Sand Dune or Nude Beige. That was my first ever Bobbi Brown shadow stick. I got it in a Sephora birthday gift years ago, and that's just when I fell in love with Bobbi Brown's cream shadows. And it's such a creamy, cool toned mauve. It looks beautiful by itself. I love wearing it on its own, but it really pops off with the Dusty Mauve, which is one of the Bobbi Brown shadows best sellers. So it's been around for a long time. And then Mulberry just deepens it up. It just adds like this rich layer of eggplant purple goodness. This is also a beautiful combination, and it features one of, again, the best-selling Bobbi Brown shades, which is Golden Pink. It has been around, I feel like, since the original lineup. Beautiful. It is a stunning golden pink, exactly what the name says. So I've paired it with Malted Pink and Mulberry, or you could swap it out for Espresso if you wanted something that was a little bit more rich or in the brown arena. Okay, let's talk about some of my favorite matte combinations. I only have 4 because not all of the mattes I feel like are necessary. There are a few that are just super basic, and that's fine if that's what you're looking for. Like vanilla, truffle, those are exactly what the name says, vanilla. Like, they're very just light skin tone. But keep in mind, this is a favorites. Like, I'm not featuring every single color in these little swatch combinations. So let's go ahead and start out with something, again, delicate. We just have a duo here. So this is Shell and Sand Dune. So Shell and Vanilla are very similar tones. Shell is more cool toned. Vanilla is a warm tone. So if you're trying to like compare those two shades, that's how I would describe them. Shell and Sand Dune pair really well together. This is just if you want a creamy, smooth lid. Like, just think ultra creamy, matte, smooth, barely there type of lid. Again, coming in on the opposite side in a warmer category, I've paired together Taupe, Cinnamon, and Espresso. This is going to be beautiful if you are in the medium to medium dark range and you like a good creamy matte eye. These are all very warm tone shades. Espresso kind of leans like in the neutral category, but Taupe and Cinnamon, very warm tone colors. Cinnamon is very unique in the sense that it has a lot of red to it for a brown. So if you gravitate towards those types of browns, it's gonna be like your #1 winner. Okay, I have 2 more duo combinations. One is going to complement if you're in like the fair to medium category. The other is going to complement if you're in the medium dark to deep range. The first is Vanilla and Nude Beige. So I talked about Vanilla being a warm toned fair shade. It is literally like a light skin tone shade, but it just runs on the warmer side. And Nude Beige, I think, just complements well with it. It's a soft, delicate shade. You, again, are going to get a really nice, just ultra creamy eye look by using these 2 colors together. Same thing goes for the deeper complexion. Taupe is going to give you that smooth, lighter, creamy inner portion of your lid, or you can use it all over. And then Bark is going to add some dimension, deepen it up, almost just like a richer version of your skin tone. And now if you are in the deep category and you find that you run a little bit more on the warm side, then you could definitely swap Bark out for Espresso or Cinnamon. Cinnamon, I think, is only going to take you so far, probably in like the medium dark category. I don't think it would carry on into the deep. If it did, it probably would act as more of a transitional color. So I think Espresso might be a better bet to swap out if you lean more towards a warmer definer shade or a warmer brown. Okay, I think that is it. I hope this does not end up being like a 30-minute video. This is different in the sense that in my Laura Mercier one, I didn't really talk about the combinations. I just showed you them on camera. With this, I wanted to just twist it up a little bit, do something different. And since I was just doing some hand swatches to show you the combinations, I wanted to kind of talk about why I liked pairing those colors together. So I hope this helped you out. If anything, it will serve as a threshold for people looking for swatches of Bobbi Brown cream shadow sticks online, because I literally still to this day like go and Google swatches before buying stuff. So I hope it helped you out. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these combinations. Let me know if you've picked up any of those new colors, if you can tell a difference in the new formula compared to the old. I would love to hear your thoughts. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.